basic parts or components of CalC window. The CalC window displays many items like toolbars, menu bar, formula bar, active cell, scroll bars. You can use all these components to work in your CalC window. This is title bar. Title bar will show you the name of your file once you save it, or you can say the name of your workbook. Then we have window control buttons. You can use these buttons to minimize the program window, to restore the window to the full size, or to close the window. Now menu bar, it displays the menus. Each menu contains a list of commands which you can use to perform tasks. Menu bar will appear only when you take your mouse pointer on the title bar. Next we have toolbars. Toolbar contains buttons that you can use to select commands such as save, print. Now let's go to formula bar. It is located at the top of the sheet. It is used to enter and edit formulas and perform calculations on your worksheet data. Name box. It gives the cell reference or address using a combination of a letter and number. For example, A1. The letter indicates the column and the number indicates the row. Now function wizard, it opens a dialog box from which you can search through a list of available functions. Sum icon totals the numbers in the cell above the selected cell and then places the total in the selected cell. It adds basically. If there are no numbers above the selected cell, then the numbers in the cell to its left are totaled. Functions. Clicking on the function icon, it inserts an equal to sign into the selected cell and it will allow a formula to be entered. Worksheet. The workbook contains sheets called worksheets. By default, workbook contains one worksheet only. You can also add additional worksheets. Each sheet has a name displayed on a sheet tab at the bottom of the workbook. Worksheet tabs. You can use these tabs to view different worksheets in your workbook file. These are grid lines. The horizontal and vertical lines that you can see on the screen are called grid lines. Grid lines allows us to see and identify each cell within a worksheet. The grid lines can be turned off so that they are not displayed on the worksheet, but it is recommended that you leave them on. Now column heading, a column letter above the grid also called the column heading. Row heading, a row number on the left side of the grid called the row heading, like 1, 2, 3. These numbers are row headings. Cell, a cell is the intersection of each column and row in a worksheet. A cell is the basic unit, or you can say the standard unit through which you work into your worksheet. Active cell has a dark border around it, or you can also call it a current cell. The selected cell is called the active cell. Now cell reference. Cell reference means cell address. It is a unique address which is the coordinate of intersecting column and row. To identify a cell, specify the column letter first, followed by the row number. For example, cell reference C9 refers to the cell located at the intersection of column C and row 9. Mouse pointer. The mouse pointer changes its shape depending on the task you are performing in CalC and its location on the screen. These are scroll bars. It is used to display different portions of the worksheet in the worksheet window. Status bar. The CalC status bar provides information about the spreadsheet. These are zoom controls. They are used to enlarge or reduce the view of your worksheet. Now let's go to sidebar. The sidebar has 6 sections. To expand a section you want to use, just click on its icon. Only one section at a time can be opened. Now let's learn about changing active cell, entering data, saving a workbook and exiting from CalC. Now let's change the active cell. active cell has a dark border around it, or you can say the current cell. You enter data into the active cell. You can make any cell in your worksheet the active cell by selecting it. The active cell displays a dark border. The cell reference for the active cell appears in the name box. You can see in the screen. A cell reference identifies the location of each cell in the worksheet and consists of a column letter followed by a row number. Example A1 you can see here. Click on the cell you want to make active cell. You can also press arrow keys from the keyboard to change the active cell. The cell reference for the new active cell appears in the name box. Now entering data. If you want to enter data in Kelsey, the first step is that you can write text numbers in the cell. The simplest method is you can click in the cell and you can start typing. Click on the cell wherever you want to start typing. The data you type appears in the active cell or the current selected cell. Press enter key to enter the data and move down one cell. To enter the data and move one cell in any direction, you can press arrow keys from the keyboard. You can repeat all the steps. Now saving a workbook. If you want to save your workbook for the future use or to reuse it or to share it with others, you can save it into your computer. By default, Kelsey workbooks are saved in the open file format, which uses the .ods file extension. You can also save your file in another file format like MS Excel so that your file can be opened anywhere. For that, click on File menu. File menu will appear. Click on Save. The Save dialog box appears. Click on these areas to search for the folder in which you want to save the file. Click in the name text box and type the name for the file. To save the file in another format, example MS Excel format, click on the down arrow of all formats and choose a format. Click on Save. The Kelsey saves the file and the new file name appears on the title bar. Now exiting from Kelsey. You can exit from Kelsey to remove it from the desktop. Before exiting from Kelsey, you should save the changes. If any you made, click on the File menu, then click Exit LibreOffice. If you have not yet saved your work, Kelsey prompts you to do so before exiting. Click on Yes to save. The Kelsey program window closes.